$54, Lucky Warren.
Oh, Lachlan, everyone says Lucky, huh?
Yeah, apparently he's a pretty good player. Lucky Warren. Yeah. He played us last week. I think. Yeah, he must have.
Welcome, everybody, to the championship game of the 2019 Maverik tournament. My name's Emery Rust, and I'm joined by Pius Bonjui here.
Ola, happy to be here.
We're excited for this gold medal game. We are going to be providing to you via ALN, broadcasting the American Pride versus Australia Gold.
Yep, that's it. Emery 1 and 2. Both teams looking to get after it today.
Yeah, I was talking to both coaches this before the game today, and they told me they really want this one.
I mean, who wouldn't, right? What American player would want to lose today, hey?
Yeah, they've come a long way to come down under and see what the lacrosse is all about down here.
Exactly. Much like yourself, Emery.
Yep, exactly.
How have you found it coming down over from Colorado, is it?
Yep,
Colorado?
Exactly. Coming in from went to school in Boulder, Colorado, and been living in Denver for the last couple of years.
Going to shout out Buffs? Quick shout out.
Go Buffs, baby.
Go Buffs,
you know it. Yeah, it's been great being here. I'm loving the lacrosse community. Tight knit group, and a lot of talent.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's fun to play for sure.
Sick at commentating, also secondary skill.
Wow.
Maybe secondary career path.
Dude,
Who knows?
You never know. I mean, I could definitely, if Jim Nance is out there listening, what's up?
Also, shout out to our camera guy, Scotty Wiz.
He's doing a great job.
Camera.
Giving us our cues.
King of the North.
Here we go.
Also had a cute date Thursday. But game starting
Hopefully it went well. We're coming into the opening face-off of the Gold Championship game.
Aaron Hill from Sturt, picked up by Lockie Warren on the wing, who brings it down, gives it off.
Quick look. Easy save right into his stick. Going to turn that into a quick, fast break. Clear here.
That's the Williamstown connection. Lockie Warren to Will Oliver. Both play State League. Excellent young players coming up through the ranks. Ball with American Pride. Sam Melster gives it up to George Rusnak.
Now, these teams have played each other twice already in the tournament. America with a nice goal by number 22, Sam Melster. A great bouncer, off stick hip.
Jai Bidwell in the goalie, definitely looking to have that one back. Just a nice move from the top. Bounces it off the muddy earth into the off stick hip of the goalie.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do with that as far as a goalie. It's a great placement of the ball.
Brilliant placement.
And a wide open look for American Pride to take the first goal of the game. Now, as I was saying, these teams have played each other twice now, and America has snuck away with the win both times by just 1 goal.
Wow.
So definitely a close group here.
Certainly.
And there comes Jay with a big save. Looking to turn this into a nice clear here for possession.
Nice clear from Mitchell Fuss out of Brighton. As Australia look to settle it down in their attack for the first time of this game. Balls in the stick of brothers who had a huge game last game against Australia Green, scoring 4 and assisting 2, I believe.
That is a big game.
That is a huge game. 6 points for the big dog. As Mitch Baxter brings it down, passes it down, squeaks by.
The ref is going to call it just barely crossing over the line for a
through
goal.
the wickets of the goalie. An excellent drive by Mitch Baker into the middle of the field. Yep. Draws the man on the inside and gives it off. Mitchell Fuss just in and out. No need for pace on a shot like that, as we saw. A goal's a goal, hey?
Absolutely. Yeah, and like you said, that was a great play, great dodge. Dodging with his head up, ready to feed, shoot, whatever is going to be the best option. So we're looking at 1-1, tied up to start off the game here.
Aaron Hill on the face-off. Flicks it back.
A quick win.
To Matthew Stevenson out of Canberra. Continues his cut into the middle of the field, still open. Doesn't get the look, though.
Oof. Good opportunity, and the right pass just wasn't able to come down with it. Would have had an open look.
Exactly. Picked up by Ethan Waugh.
Wide open look to the middle. That's got to be a goal. Definitely. Quick finish.
Easy goal for Joseph Pagliaro.
American Pride defender just got caught sleeping.
Just went to sleep and didn't wake up on that one. Head up look by Will Oliver.
And a good finish by number 99, Joseph Pagliaro.
Joseph Pagliaro out of Camberwell. Shout out Camberwell Chiefs lacrosse. Took over Brunswick yesterday in a pretty brutal loss, but we won't talk about that, Wiz.
Pride comes up with the GB on that ground ball here.
Excellent work by the long pole. 52. Noah Reed.
Getting Matt Zanichelli
From
on.
Limestone, going to Limestone. Not too sure, but it's got the gear to match.
I think that most of these guys are going to be going as incoming freshmen into most of these college teams. Really a pretty cool thing for these guys to be able to, transitioning from high school into college, go on a quick trip to Australia over the summer.
How about that?
Sounds pretty sweet to me.
And all the same for the Australian players. I mean, it can be pretty hard going against the same people all the time. Really, really nice to have fresh competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Quality competition, nonetheless.
And being able to play different, different game styles. I will say, Australia plays a different style than American, so
that is very
it's
true.
good to be able to, see some new looks.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you're going to the World Championship. You want to see different looks. You're playing against America, Canada, Iroquois. Big shot.
Paris Brown just taking it one-on-one, just stepping through his defender and shooting it for a nice finish.
Excellent shot. Lockie Warren probably giving him too much real estate on that one. Squared him up, but Brown able to just sneak that through the wickets of Jay Bidwell-Button. Scores a 2-2. Level. Keep it to yourself, Emery. I know what you want to say, mate. Clean win by Aaron.
Aaron is
Hill
definitely taking the advantage at the X right now. Winning seems to be winning all of the face-offs. Ooh, and a quick shot bouncing off the pipe. Australia is going to be retaining possession here. A good take from X. Unlucky hitting a pipe. Pipe's fun to hit in practice, but not in a game.
You said it, Emery. Hate to see pipes in game.
Last game I played in, I think I had 3 in the first half. Just the way it goes. Yeah. Good defense by Pride.
Really good handle by Ethan White out of Phoenix. Relatively new club in Western Australia, I do believe. Picked up by American Pride, though. 27, that is Matt Griffin.
Good clear. Wingate. Good clear. Pushing it when necessary, but also having the patience to pull out.
No.
American Pride's calling for a yellow call. What that means is to kind of slow up, take our time. We're going to be substituting and getting some new fresh legs on. Now that we've got the crew ready to go, we can play some offense. A bit of a force inside, passing it directly to Jay at goal. Going to turn this into a quick clear. Ooh, Australia thought about going offsides there, but at the last minute pulled out.
Ball in a stick and Mitch Baker settles it down for Australia gold. 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Australia just moving the ball around right now, trying to get some subs in. Getting some direction from the coaches. And a nice move behind X. Ooh, and a good shot, better save.
From Mitch Baker. Shout out to Nancy Blumenberg, grandma in Virginia Beach watching.
Thanks for joining us, Nancy.
I'm sure the weather is really nice up there.
Yeah, I could go for some warmth right now. It's been pretty cold here, especially this last week.
Definitely.
I mean, frigid,
wet
is really the right word to say it.
Honestly. Some of the America Pride boys wearing a hoodie.
Nice take.
Ooh,
we're going to have a flag down. Number 18 with the illegal body check. That would be Adam Gardner. Going to have to take a knee for a quick minute. See how the American man-down team is going to be able to handle Australia Gold's man-up play. This will be our first man-up of the game. Obviously, Australia is going to hope to move the ball around and run their play and get a good open look. Five minutes remaining in the opening quarter of the gold medal game. Australia definitely taking their time on this play here.
Yeah, interesting look from the gold team. We had a bit of struggle on the Australia green man up, but looks like a relatively similar play with the cut in the wheel.
And a good nugget by American Pride here, kind of debunking that potential chance of a turnaround goal. And a good kill by American Pride release, and we're going to be all even. At a pretty flat-footed man-up play, I must say.
That's just it, Emery. A bit flat.
There's going to be another flag. That's going to be a check to the head.
You really want to kick the ball and be smart and be quick when you're on the man advantage.
And take space when it's given to you.
Exactly. Send us through your shout-outs also, viewers, while you can. Shout out Joan Nardone from Long Island, New York.
That's a good name.
I do like that.
Rolls
name.
off the tongue.
Joan Nardone. Shout out Steve Weiss Chu, big king of the North. Hope the family's doing well. Shout out Sarah, absolute legend. Shout out Henrietta Cornelius from Oneida, Wisconsin in the USA. Also, big shout out to Alan Rusnak from Philadelphia, PA. Go Eagles.
Philly. Also, a quick reminder, if you guys are watching this stream on Facebook, I have been told that there's a better connection on the YouTube channel. So go ahead and give that a try if you're having any connection issues. Also, feel free to subscribe to ALN for all of your Australian lacrosse needs. Definitely a great place to get your fill on Australian lacrosse.
Certainly. Check us out on Instagram also if you can.
Just now started to kind of spit rain at us with the wind coming in sideways. The field's in pretty good condition, but again, it's winter time, so there's definitely some slipping and sliding out there.
Definitely a bit choppy in the middle of both attacking ends. Certainly where a lot of traffic comes through, and obviously at the face-off X.
Yep. I'm interested to see how Australia Gold is going to come out and play this man up here. Yeah. See if they did call a timeout just for this play. So, excited to see what they might do a little bit differently.
Yep.
Better movement, quicker in and out of the sticks here.
Ooh.
A force inside. Australia's going to retain possession here. They definitely got time to reset. See if they can run the play a little bit more. Draws it in. Kick it.
Oof. Another dropped ball from Australia Gold, picked up by Mitch Baker.
Mitch Baker's definitely a physical presence out there. By far being the tallest, and if not biggest kid out there.
Silky hands, excellent vision. Ooh, another drop pass.
Wasn't able to come up with that pass.
But picked up again by Australia Gold. Penalty released by America Pride going into 6-on-6. So another stop by the America Pride man-down defense. 2
minutes in a row, essentially, of man down. And I think that did we get even a single shot on goal?
I don't think we did. We definitely didn't.
It's difficult to get shots off when you're not able to throw and catch.
Definitely something Australia Gold is looking to work on.
Still knotted up at 2-2 right now in the second quarter.
Shot from Brothers, saved by the goalie.
An errant pass on the clear there. It's going to turn into another Australian possession. America's going to want to, once they do get this ball back, probably take a couple seconds, give the defense a little time to relax because they've been out there for a while.
Very true. Definitely wears you down playing defense, and it's horrible thing to see when you can't clear it down the other end of the field. It just means you have to go for another possession.
It's frustrating. It really is.
Frustrating. His Brothers backs in, gives it to Oliver,
nice
but
look.
he's cleaned up by 52 in blue. Noah Reed.
I bet he's played some American football in his time.
Must have. Another errant pass going into the middle, but yet again picked up by Gold.
Yep, and that'd be Nick Brothers with the pickup there. Able to retain possession. One minute, I believe, remaining. No, excuse me. Ooh, boy. Australia Gold is definitely forcing that pass across the middle with a good deflection. You know what, though? Australia Gold is winning almost every face-off battle.
That's true, and they're keeping it down in attack, not getting the looks they want to, but certainly keeping it on their end of the field, tiring the defense out, I'm sure, as we just said. Will Oliver with the split left to
Yeah,
right,
double
and the
slide,
shot saved by
Nice
the
save.
goalie. Shot was probably not where he wanted to put it.
No, especially against a lefty goalie.
Yep.
That's an easy save.
Put it near hip, near pipe. Easy pickings for the goalie.
A good one-man clear by Curtis Smith there. And that is the end of the first quarter.
The end of the first quarter. Scores are 2-2.
The wind is definitely starting to kick up here. Us in the command booth, speeding at about 30 feet off the ground.
Feet off the ground. Bit of sway in the scissor lift.
It's some people have to pay for this kind of a ride at an amusement park, but we get the joy of being up here, letting the wind kind of take us for a ride.
Shout out to Lou Capone from the Siena Saints. Hope you're doing well. Hope the weather is much nicer up there. I'm sure it is, right, Emery? It's summertime just about now, July.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time in the States.
4th of July celebration still going on, surely.
Must say I'm a bit jealous of some of my friends back home being able to wear shorts and T-shirts all day, but
yikes.
Oh well.
What are you doing, Emery?
I know. 2 winters in a row. I just got through the Denver, Colorado winter and decided to move down south to get some cold. Couldn't get over it. But it's a good place, though, for anybody that's in the States listening to the broadcast. I definitely recommend coming down to Melbourne. It's a fun place, good people, good food, good culture, good lacrosse.
So a pretty even matchup so far, Emery. I don't think it's breaking too far either way.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, and the score obviously reflects that. I will say Australia seems to be winning the majority of the face-offs and the ground ball battle.
Yep.
Which, as we said in the last game, that can make all the difference in the world in a win or loss.
If you're able to take shots and win it back, you never see it in your attacking end, and it's wearing on a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Sweep from 22 brings it down to behind the cage at X.
Sam MELSTER gonna go ISO. Nope, passes it off. We got a short stick defender down at X. Gonna see how this goes. Nice feed to a shot.
Lockie Bound. He's been known. Ooh, he goes down.
I think we got an injury on the field and a nice finish.
Probably still feeling that unlucky for Bound.
Good finish, play and shot from number 22, Sam MELSTER. Going to be going to Osco State next year.
Lockie Bound just getting off the field, saved that shot with what looks like his upper right chest must have stunned. Known for saving goals, known for putting his body on the line, Lockie Bound. So I want to give a quick shout out to him. That takes guts.
It does. I've taken a couple shots, and it's not fun.
Hurts like buggery, mate.
Yep.
A rising shot that just misses.
It's funny. Right after we talk about Australia winning all the face-offs, America's come out and won the last 2.
Yeah, exactly. A nice double from Australia Gold.
Yeah, good
dislodging
defense.
The ball. Able to get it to their keeper and go into their clear. Hopefully bring it up the field. Fuss carrying over. Gives it over to Joseph Pagliaro with a little bit of heat on him. Keeps it in, and America Pride are able to goose it to safety.
Yep. This is going to be the long stick one-handed run and a great check.
And a great check from Oliver.
Number 12 was just asking for it with that holding his stick out there. America's going to retain possession and call a timeout. I think. And I'd say a pretty smart time to call that timeout there.
Certainly.
Settle the boys down a little bit after a good ride and then clear to a ground ball battle. So good call, Coach.
Excellent.
Sometimes you got to, you get praises for scoring goals or getting assists. Sometimes you got to pat your coach on the back and say, good timeout, Coach.
Wind certainly becoming more of a factor as the game goes on.
Yeah, I'm seeing some sweatshirts on players out there.
I am indeed. Very, very American move, the old sweatshirt under the penny.
I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I'm sure these boys have seen colder weather as well.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I think what it is they've come from the summertime, so they're not adjusted to it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Shout out Bill Belichick. Sleeves off sweatshirts. Lacrosse Network.
It could be also that they're finding that Australian players are definitely not afraid to
lay the lumber.
Have some checks all over the arms.
Maybe a little bit extra more padding.
A little bit padding, yeah, exactly. Some people might say that's a bit soft, but I don't blame them. Let's see how American Pride's going to come out of this
right out of the gate with a dodge.
I like it. Down the alley dodge to a lefty. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful shot from
right on the run.
Jeremy Easel. Headed to Marion, or out of Marion, I'm sorry, I'm not too sure.
Well placed shot.
Really good, unbelievable. Just a split to his left. Drags the goalie near pipe, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, if Jeremy's going to be able to keep that up, Marion's going to be pretty happy to have him.
Certainly.
That was nice. Looking at a 3-2 lead for American Pride here into the second quarter. And again, the face-off win by America, but it's become a 50-50 ground ball battle. See who's going to retain possession. Seeing some flying sticks here. America gets it. They've turned it around on the ground ball and face-off battle that I was just referring to at the beginning of the quarter.
Great play by their face-off man, number 4, Ben Edwards. Sorry, not their face-off player.
Going to call man in the crease there. It's a turnover, gold ball. One thing that is different with Australian rules compared to the United States is there's no timer on the clear, so you can kind of sit back and take your time as much as you'd like on the clears. No pressure, and it depends on the ride. I'll say that the rides in Australian lacrosse aren't as pressing as a lot of American rides. Kind of sit back and just kind of hopefully let the defense make a mistake.
Yeah.
So definitely one thing for the Americans here to adjust to.
Ooh,
a nice kind of back down shot, just a bit wide.
From Will. Ooh.
Big shot from outside.
I struggle with these last names. Will and Keanu out of Wanneroo. Chazinski? What do you think, Emma? Chazinski? If there are any Chazinskis out there,
yeah, that's it. Oh, and a nice little BTB by number 27, Matt Griffin, on the clear. It's going to work out. Number 13, Paris Brown's taking it to X, dishes it off. Ooh, nice break to a quick look. And a nice stick by number 91 on Australia.
Shea Mowat.
Mowat. To really
Picked
pretty
up.
much save Jay at goalie from a good chance at a goal. Nice defensive play. Got an open man at the box, but doesn't see him. And again, the wind is picking up. I don't know if it's much of a factor for the players or just for us up here.
Cleared through by Harry Gibson.
And that's what I was referring to. Just being able to, hang out, assess the field and wait for somebody to get open there.
Yeah. Never noticed that before, Emery. Really, thank you for that insight.
I'm here.
Balls with Will Oliver. Up to Harry Gibson. Over to Mitch Baker, who backs in.
Mitch Baker plays with confidence. He's drawn two, gets a good kick out. Here should be a
gives
shot.
it to Lockie Warren.
An unselfish pass and a nice finish. Great play.
Great stuff. Started with who drew two, kicked it to Lockie Warren, who was selfless and kicked it to a wide.
Yeah, that was a great play. Get the defense moving, draw the slides, find the open man, and have a good and end with a good finish.
Really poised. Really what you like to see. Really good work.
Now 3-3, tied up again.
Yeah.
Just like our bronze medal game, this gold medal game is, tight the whole way through.
It's really what you want to see. It's beneficial both sides, honestly. And I think for Australia, it's the same deal as the green team. You want to make a case for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these guys are looking to make a name for themselves and potentially get on the World's team coming up here in a few years. So do what you can. Transversely, the Americans, most of these guys, I think, going into their freshman year of college. So, coming off their senior year, victory lap at high school and then transitioning into the college game, which is a big step up. And a great save by Jay Bidwell.
Pronounced Chinsky. Thank you for that, David Chinsky. Appreciate the...
Australia had a nice clear. Shout out to Jay Bidwell. Has been having a great season playing with me over at Surrey Park. Just turned 17. Could be the youngest kid out here, and by far the biggest. A stone wall in goal, and a good kid off the field as well.
Balls with brothers.
Nice little right to left dodge down the alley. Just a bit outside, but a good take. I will say sidelines are a bit quieter than our last game.
Yeah.
I missed the Japanese camaraderie that team had. They were excited to be here, man.
A lot of energy from CSU, certainly.
A lot of energy, a lot of focus.
Balls with Mitch Baker, who brings it up the left side of the field. Oh, a bit of pressure from the America Pride team.
Yeah, and that's going to be an over and back into a quick whistle probably here. Number 22 doesn't escape with the ball. It's going to be a turnover. I don't blame him for trying to push it, but didn't work out for him. This has been a little bit of a slop fest these last few seconds here, and that's going to be another turnover from Australia due to a good ride by the States. Curtis Smith going to be taken up. He's kind of the one-man wrecking crew when it comes to clears.
Yeah.
Although he has dropped the ball.
He's got a big body.
Yeah.
He's a very athletic young man.
Has a word for the ref as he walks past. Then
picked
has
up
a turnover.
by Mitch Baker. Not happy about that.
Good play by Mitch to kind of slow things up, take a breath, see what's going on, and maybe have a good offensive possession.
Yeah.
Number 77 really wants to take this dodge, a little rollback. Wasn't feeling it and kicks it out.
Haven't seen much of the gold offense this quarter. I suspect that they're looking to get some sort of possession and a good shot off.
A bit stagnant off ball, I'd say.
Certainly, I'd say too.
Ooh, a nice
Mitch
lefty
Baker
rip.
with a nice shot.
Definitely the right idea, though. You know, going against the two short stick middies up top.
Yeah.
You know, exposing the.
On one of your better players as well.
Exactly, that's what you want. Takes good patience to find that.
Exactly. Will Oliver carries it to the middle of the field, puts it away, and draws the flag after the play. Will Oliver getting it done.
That's a classic and one.
And one. The three-point play.
Boom, baby.
Oh, brushed away by the
Washed
goal.
away by the goal. Okay. Not an and one, but a good try.
Definitely something you'd look to do as defenses press out on you. Able to take them on more often, and as can bite you in the behind if you're not careful. But
yeah, exactly. Turn that corner if you're able to get him. And, you know, also the problem with being, you know, really pushed out defensively there is the slides aren't there.
Exactly.
So it's just you kind of one-on-one with the goalie. And
as we saw just then in Will Oliver, perfect example.
Shout out to Christy Gardner, watching from BC, Canada.
Canada, eh?
Don't you know? I wonder how many countries are represented in the viewership today.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
we've got Australia, we've got Japan, we've got the States, we've got Canada.
Yeah. If there's anyone else from any other country that we're unaware of,
yeah,
please let us know. Let us shout you out. Let us reward you for tuning in today.
For the love of the game.
Yeah.
Australia's showing some pressure here on this ride, but America's able to easily find a man open and is going to push it.
Brilliant carry by number 16, Jacob Sichlau.
Here's that two-man game with against the shorties I was discussing earlier. Quick righty face dodge to a high shot. Find the open man and Paris Brown from that deep shot. Little sidearm.
Loads it up.
Low right.
Just had no pressure there as he was loading up that shot and was able to put it low and skip it off the earth into the back of the net.
Exactly. I mean, that kind of comes with the scouting report. You know, Paris Brown's been having a great tournament. You got to recognize that
he is the shooter.
You know, if he's within about 16, 17 yards, he's going to shoot it.
He's going to spray it.
So you got to get out on hands a little quicker than that next time.
Certainly.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
We are 4-4, tied up. Got an illegal procedure by the blue. Ball goes gold.
.30 seconds remaining in this first half of the gold championship game. Obviously going to want to get a shot off a bit high. Again, you can see it's slippery out there. It's difficult playing defense on on slick mud.
Advantageous to turn the corner for offensive players.
Pretty fancy footwork by Brown to a good
brilliant save.
And a good save, being in the right place at the right time. Ooh, that's not what you want. That is the end of the quarter and the half. Looking at a 4-4 tie game. This is a great game, guys. You know, for a championship game, it's just what you want. You know, good lacrosse both ways. Obviously, some things to work on. you know, for America defensively, getting out on hands, getting there a little bit quicker, having your slides ready to go, doing a good job offensively, and converting. You know, when they've got the opportunities. What do you see from Australia in order to take away, get away with this with the win in the second half?
Bit of patience from Gold, in my opinion. I think they're a little frazzled in the offensive end, and I don't think they're quite as screwed in as they'd like to be. I think, a lot of errors have forced them to turn the ball over, and I think they're just looking to just zone back in. I don't think there's anything else more than that.
All right, perfect. Well, we're going to sign off for just a bit here, going into the halftime break. Stay tuned to ALN, and we'll be right back with the second half of the gold medal round.
Bangarang.
Welcome back. Seemingly a pretty quick halftime break. I think that these guys are ready to keep this play rolling. See if we can, get this game
Move along with it as the
underway
rain
before
comes
the
down.
rain comes down. Exactly. It definitely started to kick up a bit in that halftime break. And also, correction, it is 5-4 advantage American Pride. Sorry for the confusion for anybody.
Australia Gold with possession early in the first part of the third quarter. Lockie Warren up top looking to square his man. Gives
Nice
it
kickoff.
off.
Ooh. American Pride came out of the break pretty excited. They're juiced to have the 1-goal lead and have the chance to come down to Australia and kind of sweep the tournament out from underneath Australia.
Yeah.
This is where, this is, no pun intended, where some pride's going to take place for the Australians. Got to protect home turf, huh?
Yeah, I know. A lot on the line.
They're going to be telling their kids about this game.
Exactly.
Nice little rollback, but still good defense.
Step down from
wide
Lockie
open.
Warren.
Unlucky shot. He had some time and room there and
Definitely
and
would
pretty
want
close.
that back. Has it back.
Here it is back.
Gives it off.
Oof.
Gets through, squeaks through to Pagliaro. Up with Harry Gibson. Son of Darren Gibson. Shout out Tinker. Will Oliver squaring up his man. A strong lefty. Gives it to Lockie Warren, who is saved by the goalie.
Yep, comes up with a bit of an easy save. Threw it right to his chest. He's not happy with it, but he'll have another opportunity. A lot of game left.
Exactly.
And the way he moves off ball, he's definitely getting some opportunities. Number 22, Sam Melster again with a nice clear. Into our first possession of the American half. George RUSNAK is taking a little one-on-one from coaching advice. Able to get a shot off, but a bit wide. Makes it into the parking lot. Someone might be going home with a fresh dent.
Yeah, fresh dime, fresh pill. Got the shorty matchup behind. RUSNAK again. Flips it a bit high.
Bit high, but he's got time. Sam going for taking the long pull. Pulls it just a bit high. We're going to retain possession, though.
We've got a shorty matchup on the wing. He goes underneath. Just misses the cage.
And a
gives
nice
to the middle.
look. Patience.
Puts it in behind
Patience
the goalie.
pays off for the attackman there. A great to kick it to a wide open man in the middle of the crease.
A shot deflected and picked up by a man behind and dumped into the middle.
Looks like a 6-4 lead for the States now.
Goal from 15, Aiden McLeod. First goal of the day.
Oh, see, it's getting slick out there.
Yep, players are falling over.
Players all over the place. Good clear. Way to find the open man for the Australians there.
Ooh, pass.
High
Misses
pass.
the mark by Pagliaro to Oliver. Ball goes back to American Pride.
I like how the Australian goal has come out to play a seemingly much more aggressive ride here, making the Americans really work for it on the clear, but able to have another successful one here.
As we get an offside by Gold, Will Oliver missing where the halfway line is and going over.
Yeah, so flag down, offsides. Another difference in rule change that the Americans aren't used to, and frankly, it's taken me a long time to get used to. In the States, when there's a flag down, you have essentially a free play. You can set it up and get a good shot off.
That's right.
In Australia, if you have a flag down, you have to continually be attacking the goal. You can't set up. You also can't leave the box.
That's it.
So
you can't pass it.
Kind
you
of a
can't
wasted
bounce
opportunity
past
there.
it.
Yep.
Definitely a rule I know shakes most Americans.
To the core, really. So here is this the first man up play for?
I think so.
For America, and that's exactly what they didn't want to do.
But it comes to an end.
A turnover.
Does Gold kill the penalty?
Would also like to point out real quickly that both teams have switched goalies, getting some play time for every goalie on the field. And a GB
fight for the ground ball again, getting slick in the middle of the field.
Sure is. Ooh. And a good save by number 8, the fresh goalie, Richie Summers III. Noah Reed putting on the wheels a little bit on this clear. Limestone product.
Gives it a 16.
Looks for the quick look to 16, Jacob Sichlu.
Thanks, Henrietta. Shouting out the cameraman, Scotty Wiz, for keeping the lens clean. Backs in. Save.
Yeah, goalie just read it. Knew exactly where he was going with it.
Went left and right. Kept it in his strong hand. Short stick defender falling over.
Yeah, both of these teams are getting some opportunities. Just on that, it seems like, the one-on-one dodges, a lot of defensemen falling over.
Exactly.
And
that
then
seems
that turns
to be
into
some,
a time and room chance to shoot. Whew. Australia really giving it a try to turn over the ball there, but good defensive play by the Americans, but Australia with some great ball movement to a kick out to a beautiful shot, top left, and a good finish.
Lock wobbling the ball in the dodge, but pans out well for the Gold team. Excellent vision again from Lockie Warren, skipping it into the middle, out to Gibson, who just sprays it.
Yeah, that's a thing of beauty, really.
Paints the corner. I know he's happy with that one. Score is 6-5.
Ooh, and a close chance at a retaliation goal from the States, but not able to come down at the pass. Australia comes up with the ball. And it's 6-5 in favor of American Pride. Here in the middle of the third quarter.
Ooh.
And a beautiful shot to tie it up.
Will Chinsky. Middle of the field, surrounded by players, had a free man on the right side, was looking to pass it off, but just sprays it as he gets into the middle. Ties it up. We are 6-6. Will assisted.
Good face-off win.
Yeah.
Win it right to himself.
Helps stop the bleeding for America Pride. 35 with a nice win and carry.
Number 30, Jacob Haas has it right now. He's got a shorty. We'll see if he's going to want to take him. Looks like no, gonna dish it off to George Runsack.
Looks like they're running the short stick matchup behind.
Yep, and a good idea. To a quick feed, and an open shot. Boom. Finish it right at his feet. It was a good look.
It really
good
was.
Good finish.
The short stick behind definitely causing pressure for the Gold long poles, forcing an early slide and leaving men open on the backside, as we just saw there.
Yep, absolutely.
Really well executed plan by American Pride.
Yep, the U.S. now is taking the lead, 6-7. See
Quick
if Australia
face-off
can
win.
get a...
Save.
Great save.
Will Oliver definitely wants that one back. Gets it.
The right
Bobbles
look.
it.
The right look, but wasn't able to come up with it.
Gets it back on the ride, though, Australia
Great
Pride.
play. Great play.
Matthew Stevenson out of Camberwell.
Ooh, and another good save.
Great save by the goalie.
There was a change of the midfield line there on
On the
substitution, and
Harry
he was able to
Gibson.
just to beat his man into the box, but a great save.
Look for Harry or Will Oliver to run the attack with the short stick matchups.
Yeah, he's going to want that. He's a good player. He would definitely try to expose that that short stick matchup. We've got about 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter here.
A goal from Will Oliver.
All tied up.
Great. No, sorry, not from Will Oliver. Assisted by Will Oliver. Scored by Harrison Buckman out of East Frio. Shout out East Frio Blues. A really good draw, drag, and dump right in the middle of the field.
Just been signaled by a referee that we have 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Tied up at 7-7. Ouch. Yep.
Push by Gold. Face-off man doing God's work. I think he's gone uncontested in this quarter so far.
George Runsack with the ball right now. Going to push it out to 22 Sam Melster. Going to have a big lead-up dodge here. Probably going to go down the alley, getting his hands free to a quick kick out and a shot. Low to low, and it's a goal. That's a thing of beauty.
That is a thing of beauty. A drag by the Dodger up top to just a spot feed. A spot feed and shoot and just
absolutely. Sam
Sam
Melster set that whole thing up, and then able to have the presence of mind to think, hey, I'm going to kick it to my man, George Runsack for a nice step down shot. George goes ahead and buries it. That might have even been 5-hole, was it?
I think so.
Love that. Flag down.
Flag down.
Time has probably stopped. Number 85 on Australia has got a slash for 1 minute.
Harry Gibson.
United States is going to have a 1 minute man up possession here. I'm not sure exactly how much time is left in the quarter. It could be interesting if they're going to see if they can retain possession and then start the fourth quarter with the ball.
Gold looking for an over and back call.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Like I said, the States have retained possession, meaning there will not be a face-off to open up the fourth quarter. The United States will still have about 40 seconds left in their man-up play, see if they can get something going there. It is 8-7 in favor of American Pride over Australia Gold at the end of the third quarter. So just before we kick off the fourth quarter, want to have a massive shout out to ALA. We partner with ALA to put on the stream for these games and this whole tournament, as well as a lot of other tournaments in lacrosse. So special thanks to Paul Molson and the rest of the ALA for their continued support and great work for Aussie lacrosse. Also, thanks Chris Miles over at Footscray for all the help during this week.
Monster. Shout out Monster.
We've definitely had some challenges, due to this weather, but the club's really been able to, handle it well and put on a great event for us.
Certainly. Niche sport, lacrosse, but it's lovely to see everyone with hands on deck helping the game grow.
Absolutely. It's a small community in Australia, but it's a tight-knit one.
Exactly.
And, everybody's here really just for the continued support of the game, which is awesome. I love the, one thing that we don't have in the States, which is so cool here, is, the club mentality where, say, for example, Footscray has, kids probably from the age of 11 all the way through juniors and then all the way through seniors to being able to play for, for the same club for some people you talk to for 30, 40 years.
Exactly.
I mean, there's 55-year-olds out there playing at the D2, D1, D3 levels. So it's really cool to see, and something I think that would be awesome if the States could emulate something similar. Kicking off the fourth quarter, like I said, U.S. has possessed the ball, so they're going to be able to run their man-up play. Ooh, to a quick finish inside and a quick stick. Beautiful. That was number 3.
Just like they drew it up.
George RUSNAK from, I'm not exactly sure who the feed was from, but a great look regardless.
Really nice pop out into the crease. Just right there on the doorstep as the goalie was turning around. And just snuck it near side.
And like you said, exactly like Coach drew it up.
Exactly.
Real quick, finally, the next event for the ALN will be the U15s on the West Adelaide Football Club. That's going to be in October. So tune in for that. George wants more, but decides to pull out instead. He's going ISO from X. Ooh.
A little backhand shot.
And a ballsy backhand shot. I like it.
Lyle Thompson-esque.
No one seems to want to guard him. Okay. Going to pull it out, slow up a bit, have a possession. Big head of steam down the alley for Sam. Just a bit high on the shot. Rain continuing to fall, continuing to become more of a factor. Ooh. Ball's up in the air. And good hit. Doing a good pull out.
We have interference on blue, pushing 70 to the ground. Lachlan Spickett, I believe. Gold have possession.
Quick reminder, the score is 9-7 in favor of American Pride. But a lot of game left for Gold to kind of get back in this thing.
Certainly. Picked up by Will Oliver, escapes the double.
Oh, and a beautiful finish, top right. That is where you want it, folks.
Will Oliver coming across GLE, sticks it far pipe. I thought he was in trouble there, Emery. I thought he was about to get cleaned up, but
he's a slippery player, man. He sees the big hits coming, is able to evade it.
Exactly.
This whole game.
Big battle at the face-off X.
Holding on
gold.
Gold. Gonna get a yellow call here and get some substitutes on. Some fresh legs at the midfield. Paris Brown's got the matchup he wants.
Gives it
Kicks
low.
it to a quick look and almost a no-look shot. Beautiful from Paris Brown. Pass to by number 3, George RUSNAK. He's really put the team on his back in the fourth quarter here.
He has. That was an excellent shot. I don't know how he snuck that by the goalie. Coming up from X, just sprays it off his hip. Puts it on the pipe.
Didn't look like the goalie was even ready for it.
I know. That's the thing about a quick release, eh, Emery?
Yeah, that's the idea, huh? And a quick face-off win. Ooh, unselfish plays, but turned the corner before he had the ball and results in a turnover.
Not what you're looking for if you're gold.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you that the momentum is really on the American side right now.
Certainly
Sideline
is.
is
Loose
sideline's
ball,
getting
though.
up.
A nice ride by Gold. Get it right back.
If I was Australia coach here, I'd probably tell the boys, settle down, let's get a good possession and a high percentage shot here.
That's it. Find your rhythm. Pulls up top with Mitch Baker. Gives it over to Ethan Waugh. Mitch Baker squaring up.
Baker doesn't really care if he's got a shorty or a long pull on him. He's going to take the dodge if he's got the chance.
When you're the guy, you're the guy.
That's exactly right.
Moore
nice
gives
look
it to
inside,
Brothers in the middle, who
holds his stick 2 out. And that's going to be American ball. This is going to turn into a 4-on-3 fast break. Let's see if the Americans are going to be able to capitalize. Oh, a beautiful look to a wide open goal.
By Pride.
That's exactly what you work on.
A lovely bring down by the pole. And a lovely skip by the lefty attackman who gives it open to a wide open attacker.
Exactly right.
That's patience.
That's where that, like I said, confidence is in this run right now. That you can kind of play with some swagger and make the right play. So we're now looking at an 11-8 advantage American Pride here in the fourth quarter of the championship game. Went a heck of a check
by Shea Mowat.
There's that ground ball battle. It's a fight in there.
Picked up by Brothers.
Big play. I would say to push this, we've got a man-up situation, but they're going to pull out instead.
Brothers backs in, fakes the pass, gives it to Harry Gibson. One more to Warren.
He's got 2 on him.
Gives it to Harry, has no one in front of him.
Oof.
Deflected.
That's a push in the back. That's going to be gold ball. He made the right look to that kick back inside, but the defender had his stick in the right place and luckily got a knockdown. That was going to result in a goal.
Really good play. That push in the back might have been a good play as well, honestly. He had all the momentum for that shot. Lockie Warren over to Harrison Buckman.
For a shot and a great save. I'll tell you, that shot had some mustard on it, but our goalie, number 8, Richie Summers, standing up strong and saying, not today. Taking their time on the clear. Don't want to make any mistakes at this point. Now that you got the lead, going to have their guys back for the onsides.
Long pole brings it down.
And a confident clear. Bit of a crazy pass, but a nice handle.
Big shot, big save.
Good save.
America Pride possession.
We got Zach Pismenti with the ball right now, taking it to X. Sees that he's got that shorty that we keep on talking about down at X. They're doing a good job of being able to recognize who they've got and, taking full advantage of the short stick defenders.
Ooh, a backhand
Another backhand.
shot.
Bounced up. No one really knows where it is.
Harry Gibson picks it up, sends it long to Will Oliver. Hello. Tom Brady.
Good eyes
from
the
pocket
clear there.
Brings it down. Definitely want to push it.
Bad time for a turnover from the Gold. I was just going to say, now's about the right time. They can really go for a goal.
Definitely not the time for a turnover, though.
Going to have to tighten up these passes. They've kind of gotten a little sloppy in these last few minutes with turnovers. So, in order to close out a game in the championship game, you're going to want to tighten that up, start winning those ground ball battles like we're talking about, and get the right opportunities. Forcing a couple turnovers wouldn't hurt either. America's doing a very good job at the...
Who turn it over just the same. Goes to Brock Gawley. Back to the goalie.
And a good look to an open clear.
Over to...
God, and just another turnover. Just not crisp passing.
You hate to see it.
It's not that they're the wrong pass. It's that they're not making the, executing the pass correctly.
Exactly.
State's calling for yellow, want to get some substitutes on, and at the same time, kill a little clock. They've got a 3-goal advantage in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Ooh, a hard-hitting
check from Brock Gawley out of Williamstown.
I think he's sick of George scoring on him, so
I think
wants
he
to
is.
have a little payback.
But George picks it back up, feeds the top over to the left side, who's
just a bit outside.
Wow.
Zachary Pismenti is a little bit upset with that, but you know what? They still retain possession, and we've got just under 4 minutes left in this game. Now or never for Australia to start putting some goals in.
Certainly. Ooh, a nice hitch.
Just had him stuck in mud. We're going to have a flag. It's going to be a check to the head.
From 60, Keanu Chinsky.
There's a 1-minute man-up play for the United States with probably a little bit over 3 minutes left in the game.
Yep. Not what you want at the end of the game.
No.
Being man down.
They're going to have to play some aggressive defense here, see if they can cause a turnover. Exactly 3 minutes left in the game. Getting chippy in the crease. Let's see there. Looks for the wide open man.
Big skip over the middle.
Yep, that's going to be Aussie ball. Oh, excuse me, it was tipped, so it's staying blue. Seems like nobody knows quite what's going on except for the referee. Play's going to keep on going with Aiden McElud with the ball.
Winds up.
He's going to take a shot. Why not? I mean, heck, he traveled 14,000 kilometers just to get down here. Might as well take the shot while it's open, huh? Little hidden ball trick. I wonder who's got it. I think it's George with a quick look to a finish to a BTB. Probably the wrong time for that, but why not?
Penalty expires.
And it's going to be goalie ball. Bit of a flash play. Oh, surprised there's no flag. Oh, yeah, there is going to be a flag down. Free play for number 16 in the Aussie. He's going to have to step in and take a shot while he can. And he does, but a good save. Might be a good time for a timeout, but I think the coach is going to hold on to that.
Wait for the umpires to see what the call is. I suspect there are 2 penalties.
2. Oh, we got a 2-minute penalty. Not the best time for that from the
Not
Americans
at
trying
all.
to close
I think
it out.
this is what Gold is looking for.
Now, is
Finally
this
something.
releasable or not? If they score, are they still going to
No,
be man
I
down?
do believe this is non-releasable.
Non-releasable. I mean, if you're Gold, this is exactly what you want. So they're going to have to take
You have to convert on this.
Again, 11-8 in favor of the States. Oh, and unlucky off the pipe, but they still remain possession. Quick skip pass to a look inside.
Force feed
It's
into
going
the
to be a
middle
turnover.
again.
Ooh, and a good play by our long
Nice
pole.
goose by the long pole. Picked up by Gold.
Turnover. Now we've got an odd
We've
man
got numbers on the
situation.
backside.
Give it a ride. A little bit high, but we're going to go flag down again. And it's going to be 6-on-4.
This is a must score. This is a dream opportunity for Gold.
Yep, so it's 6-on-4 here. We've got about a minute and a half in the first penalty and a full minute on the second one. Probably sitting around 2 minutes left in the game. Now or never, we're going to have to get some shots off. Time to start peppering the goalie. And there's the first one to a goal. Number 17.
Will Oliver.
Will Oliver again.
From Joseph Pagliaro.
Had a couple of goals here in the in the fourth quarter.
Both penalties unreleasable, so we'll see another man down face-off. Or another man down play, sorry. No wings.
No wings. I mean, this is a pretty much ground ball for yellow.
Have to win it. Blue cannot win the face-off if you are Gold.
It is now 11-9 with about 2 minutes left. Still 2 men down for the Americans. Quick
Nice
face-off win.
By Aaron Hill out of Sturt.
And a great timeout
And
for
a
Australia.
timeout called by Australia. I imagine they are drawing something up, probably not too dissimilar from what they just did. I think goals are what you need. Goals are what you want. Honestly,
Exactly
it's
right.
pretty that,
and
it's
quick.
that simple.
And
Exactly.
quick. I mean, we're still down 2.
2 men, no
You know-
crease. You're playing a box formation most likely.
Yep.
Be
Exactly.
interesting to see what they come out with.
I'm excited. And you know what? I probably shouldn't have any, be pulling for either team, but I hope that Australia scores a couple of goals here, man. Why not?
Shots, bit of betrayal.
Well, no, hey, I want some more lacrosse. This has been a fun game.
That's true. More lacrosse is what we want, honestly. I think we want to give the
You know,
viewers what they want. Bit of
exactly.
overtime action,
A little free lacrosse, why not?
a little extra Kauai time.
If
Shout out to those who were watching the first game.
Exactly. Our last game from Australian green team facing
CS Youth.
Yep, Japan. Japan was able to win in overtime. So I wouldn't mind following suit with the championship
Yeah,
game.
neither would I.
His name's Danny.
Ball starts in the corner with Brothers.
55 seconds left in the game here.
As I said, Pride in a 4-box formation.
This is going to be a step down shot. And off the pipe.
Gibson off the pipe.
Probably looking at about 40 seconds left. Trying to get some movement and a goal.
Another goal, the same look.
That's the exact same duo,
Pagliaro
huh?
to Will Oliver.
Beautiful. I mean,
Just as they drew it up. Hey?
yep. And we're going to go to a 11-10 U.S. lead with around 30 seconds left in this game. But again, no face-off wings for the States. This is going to probably be another quick ground ball for Australia. Man, these two
Face
penalties
off.
at the end of the game are really killing this.
Hurting the Pride.
And there it is,
And a
immediately.
quick win by Aaron Hill out of Sturt. Another timeout.
And another great
called
timeout.
by Australia Gold. Momentum in their favor. You can see they're up and about. Honestly, again, just like they called it the last time, probably nothing too dissimilar from what they just did. A goal is what you want, hey?
Exactly. Well, I mean, hey, when you've got a two-man up situation, it makes offense a lot easier.
Really, it is.
You know, and there's no one on the inside to protect you, so, you know, why not keep on pushing it to the middle?
Exactly. It is not in favor of American pride at the moment. I mean, that's just not what you want to see. When you're 3 goals up, 2 men in the bin.
Coach is at the American sidelines is talking him up a bit about what kind of defensive, you know, plays he wants to see out of these guys. I got to be honest, the American pride is a bit low right now. They're not excited about these 2 penalties, so they're going to hope that they can play this, you know, aggressive man-down defense and try and squeak out of here with a win.
Yeah.
I doubt that they want to go into overtime.
Neither do I.
As we've, you know, said before, and, you know, lacrosse is a game of runs. And,
Exactly.
you know, the States kind of came out in the beginning of the second half on a good run. And, you know, due to some penalties, this Australian team has been able to close out the game on a high run. So let's see if they're able to get one more goal, tie it up, and go into OT.
Exactly.
28 seconds on the game. Let's see what Coach drew up. It's going to be another shot. Ooh, but he loses it on the back, on the wind-up. Could be a trip, but nothing. Whistle blown and would have been a go-to goal. Wonder what the call is. A flag. Our referee, Greeny.
We have a push on Harry Gibson. Not happy about that. Absolutely livid.
And that's going to be
That's
U.S.
a free
ball.
clear. Wow.
Interesting. Probably 20 seconds left.
Really tough call.
They're going to double ball
Greeny
here, see if they can get a quick turnover. Ew. Got a strong play by Sam Melster.
Falls over.
Loses the ball. Timeout blue. Good call, Coach. You can see the turnover coming. Got to get, you know, got the timeout call in just before Melster had dropped the ball.
Bit of bickering between the teams.
Yeah.
Tensions are high.
Which is what you want to see in a championship game, you know?
That's it.
Friends off the field, but enemies on it.
5 seconds left.
5 seconds left.
Coach is probably going to kill the time. I mean, there's not much you can do, hey?
No, it's difficult. 5 seconds, frankly, isn't going to be enough time for Australia to get a turnover and get a shot off.
Going to need a massive miracle for goal to pull this one out.
As we said, 5 seconds left in the championship game. George Runsack going to start with the ball. Close out this game.
Looks like Gold are going to try and rush the ball. Looks like they're locking off all the players, letting Lachlan Spickett.
And that's it.
Time.
The United States team goes to congratulate the goalie. They're excited. But hey, man, game both sides.
American pride takes it in a wonderful shootout there at the end.
Despite their best efforts to give it back to Australia, let them get back in the game, they were able to hold off. You know, just doing this with me, it was a good time.
Thank you, Emery, for doing it alongside me. Wouldn't have asked for anyone else, mate.
Absolutely. Again, shout out to ALN for putting this up. You know, being able to broadcast the entire tournament. And you know, the Maverik tournament's just been great. Thanks to all the teams for coming out and working hard all 5 days. You know, 2 games a day. It's a big tournament, but fun to see. So thanks to the teams as well for coming out. Congrats to the United States American Pride team for the win.
That's it. Signing out.